We're just seconds away from getting this one started. And here we go at Mile High. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
Those Denver Broncos have been looking for their next quarterback after Elway and Manning. And it was a dark period until Bo Nix stepped into the fold. He led all rookies in passing yards, touchdowns. He was 29, by the way. And he finished 3rd for Rookie of the Year. The Broncos, they found their quarterback.
He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it as they take him down for a loss. Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. Left side now caught by Sutton. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. They're led out by the 7th-year quarterback from Oklahoma, Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray,
and down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Defense coming out swinging as they try backing them up further here. It's 2nd and long. They're going play action. It's Murray. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He picks up 28 on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Johnson up the middle. Jukes away from one. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving. Brock pounding it forward, sending an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
And they're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Taken in by Kirk right He's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal. Fullback try the power and across. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down.
And it's brought in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals have a great first drive and get the game's first points. They're on the road, but still favored coming into this one. And they quickly made a mockery of that home field advantage, Brock, with an opening drive TD.
Just kind of playing like a team, right? That just knows it. They believe in themselves. They've got that athletic arrogance and confidence coming into this building. They can't wait to take the home crowd right out of it.
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Nix off the play action. Finds a seam down the middle. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a 1-point game. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Robinson with the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Now he gets set to see the Cardinal offense for the second time. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Johnson again. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up. They snap it to Murray. That's caught. This is Kirk. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Give him 38 on that one. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down. Blitz coming here, Brock. It's Murray. Going with the screen to Johnson. Gets to space right side. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down. Running left is Robinson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. And it's brought in, touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals break the tie here in the first. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Broncos offense all set to go. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Nix holds on to it.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Shotgun snap to Nix. Almost getting close, and they take him down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Nix is hit, and he lost that football. And it looks like they'll keep possession. Somebody jumped on that right at their own 2-yard line. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. He gets it out of there, and this has some distance. It's taken at midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Now Kyler. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We got a flag down. Think this might be a hold, partner. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Your work doubly is difficult now after that holding call. It's 2nd and 20. They'll find Johnson out of the backfield. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Short pass brought in. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker, 4th down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Throwing again, Murray. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. About to begin the 2nd here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points. Play action now. Murray vacates quickly left side. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Cardinals take a 13-point lead. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, it turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Now, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play. And they just did.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your 2nd read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals stretch their lead to 21. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Harvey now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here comes the Bronco offense. They're down 21 now after that last score, and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. This drive's going to start with a run by McLaughlin. Through the second level at the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 45-yard line. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
That's good.
Nix from the gun. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Man in motion, headed right. On 2nd down, McLaughlin. Ooh, awfully close to that line to gain. Stop though made at the 46. 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Nix trying to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
That's a gain of 3.
Now Nix on 3rd down. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Cardinals pick it up. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Cardinals capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. A great return out of him, makes a great play into one of our game's biggest highlights with that touchdown.
Yeah, some serious running back skills right there for a linebacker who doesn't get too many chances to show out like that. The only time we normally see him at top speed, Kate, is when he's running down a ball carrier. But to put that ball in his hands wasn't going to be denied.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals grow their lead yet again.
Broncos 7.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Harvey now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Denver set to take the field on offense. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
In these moments, I think of golfers, right in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
That's good. 4 on Broncos. 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going for it again. And he'll go down here, covers up nicely after a gain of 7. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Second and 3 now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We've got a flag down. Think this might be a hold, partner. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. They'll take second down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Here's Nix. Quick slant caught by Sutton. And we'll have a 4-yard gain on that one. He's taken down at the 44. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Yeah, set up the screen here. It's Harvey. Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punted away. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Cardinals returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. The pitch is out to Johnson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Murray. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action now, Murray. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Finds the in route, complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react.
And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals ballooning the 1st half lead even further. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals continue piling on to this lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Harvey now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that punter this time out.
Yeah, you get several chances a game, on average, somewhere around 10 possessions, and you know not all of them.
Lost control of another one. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. He did him a solid by recovering that, but not helping them with the yards lost afterwards as this play finally comes to an end. And after losing a hold of that one, he's still shaken up on the play, so we'll see team personnel out there to tend to him. So they keep the football, but now they face second and long. Here's the backup, first throw. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Third and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter, it's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
We'll start from the 39. And he gets him a small chunk of yards there before he winds up out of bounds. The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, first and 10. A toss now to Robinson. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got second and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is second and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Makes the 15! And they take this in for the score. The Cardinals continue dominating in our opening half. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him. Had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Harvey now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Nix with it on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So it'll be second and long coming up, and that is on the other side of our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes second and 22. Still going through the 25. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 19 and brings up third down.
Nix from the gun on third down. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
He has it at the 22. before that return amounts to much. They bring him down. Jonathan Gannon doing a last little bit of coaching here as the Cardinals return to the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Kyler throwing here. Able to hit Ryman, complete. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Well, the starters likely checked out for the final time. Time now for guys to make their case for roster spots as our second half is underway. He stopped on the run back of the 27. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Starting the half with Robinson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. 1st and 10. Here's Shuck. Down the field. He's got Wilson. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. We keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Robinson from the pistol. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run here with Robinson. And they fought their way through to stop him behind the line. It's going to be 4th now and less than a yard.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Had the lead at the break, and the important thing is really to come out hot in the second half and add to it. Sure, you'd love touchdowns, but you'll take those 3 points as well.
Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. First play in the drive. Here's Harvey. He dodged the tackle. Reaches the 40. Along this sideline inside the 25. And they're going to score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos start the second half with some needed points. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Cardinals and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
On play action, here's Shuck. Hauled in left side. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Short pass brought in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
On second down, Robinson. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Shuck now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a first down. Shock looking to pass here. Setting up the screen. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Offense to the line, 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
To throw again here, it's Shock. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals tack on 7 more to their lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25. So here comes the Bronco offense. And they'd love a repeat of their last drive, wouldn't they? Their first play was their only play as they ran it in for 6. Wilson now, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
Wilson now from the gun. This is Sutton working the right side. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. We've set it down from 37.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First down, here's Russ. He's going to go down. The Cardinals got to him. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19. Russ now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 3rd down, and they need to get 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
To the air on 3rd and long. Oh, nice adjustment to bring in that tip pass. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Giving this to Harvey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
Got to get some protection up front here, Kate. He is already in the game because they knocked out the starter, and trust me, you don't want to get to the emergency quarterback.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. Punting unit out now. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
1st and
The Cardinals and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by Chris Abrams-Drain. Off the play action, Chuck. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
The Cardinals out for the punt. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. His work begins at the 31. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Oh, Wilson fumbled it. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they claw a little of the damage back there with a modest return. Good efforts, but they still lost yards on the fumble. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Now Wilson on 3rd and long. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Cardinals offense making its way out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. All set to go now from the 35. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They'll go play action. Has a man. That's Greg Dortch. And he's going to be run out of bounds. A nice game, but this is why you don't want to be playing for behind the sticks, right? It is still 2nd down coming up. Here's the handoff. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Shock working from the gun. Able to hit Ryman, complete. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him first and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Another chance at 6. It's second and goal. Pressure coming. It's Shuck. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Now along with DiMercado. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Cardinals throwing 6 more on the blowout. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals continue adding on to that lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Sherfield on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. First call here coming from the shotgun. Headed right. It's Harvey. Very small gain, if anything here, maybe a yard. It's second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Throwing is Wilson. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Third down and 8 yards to go.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. He finds his back, Harvey. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break Brock as they force this 4th down. Punt team on the field. And they could really use a good one here. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Cardinals and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping Brock, not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Lone back gets the handoff. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Run here. This is DiMercado. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Going to the ground again on first. And he hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
Gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
It's Knight on the carry. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here's DiMercato. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain. 8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Dumped off to his running back. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Cardinals and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Here's a give to DiMercato. Crosses midfield, still going. And he gets this down to the 38. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
He was brought down by Drew Sanders.
On play action, here's Shuck. This is reeled in nicely downfield by Jones. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down. DiMercato on the carry. It's inside the 10. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
He gets the shot at it on 1st and goal. And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals running them out of the building. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Sherfield on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Wilson to the air. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Wilson now, 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
Second and 17 at the 37-yard line.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Wilson now from the gun. Finds a man. Adam Troutman has it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Give up the middle to Harvey. And he hits a wall. Stops at a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Somebody give this guy a break as he sends his 10th punt away. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
They give it to him again. Escapes the defender. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. This is Knight. Rolling into enemy territory. It's an Arizona touchdown! So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Sherfield on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got first and 10. Russ now from the gun. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. And holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And there's our last stand image of this game. It's intercepted. Buda Baker picks it off. So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals, as we'll see you next time from Denver.